Alright kids, as you know, we just love the Five Nights at Freddy's Mystery Minis. So today, we're gonna look at the entire first set that they released a couple years ago.
Whoa, wait a minute, Puppet Steve. You already unboxed these. Why are you doing it again?
Yeah, I know, Freddy, but this time, we've got all the figures, all the exclusives, and we can do a super cool checklist for you kids.
All right, nice.
Alright kids, so we're looking at the first series of these cool mystery minis, and it took us a long time to get all these figures together because if you look at the back of the box here, well, there's 14 characters out of the core set. If you look at the Walmart box, they've got their own exclusives and there's Hot Topic exclusives, making 20 figures in all to collect. A lot of them are super rare and expensive to collect. So, alright, let's get started with the very first box here, because this is the very first figure that they made. Good old Freddy Fazbear. And yep, this is the Mystery Minis version of him that they made back in, what was it, 2017? And he looks pretty darn cool, complete in that Mystery Minis form.
Yep, and I am awesome.
And even when we look at Freddy's from future sets, we'll see that they use the same form to create more Freddy's from. Nice. Alright, so let's grab another box out of here. And now we have our second figure, which is good old Foxy, which is a fan favorite from that first video game. And he looks pretty darn cool as well. He looks just like Foxy with that eye patch and that hook for a hand. Yep, he looks pretty darn cool.
Ooh, Foxy, Foxy!
And then we'll get out two more boxes here, which will help give us the figures of, Chica and Bonnie to help us complete our set. We've got Bonnie with a super cool guitar there, and Chica looking as feisty as ever. I gotta love that girl. And once we put all four of these characters together, well, we've got the main characters that everybody wants out of that video game. Yep, so there they are, the super cool group of four from Five Nights at Freddy's. And of course, I just love when the whole band gets together. All right, guys, why don't you play me something?
And a one, and a two.
I never heard the song played like that before. Okay, so if we pull out some more boxes from this set, well, we get some other main characters from that video game. And first up is good old Golden Freddy. Yep, this is a main player. When the Funko line first came out, they made all kinds of different Golden Freddys, as well as Mr. Cupcake, which I should point out is not in scale with Chica. Try putting that on her hand. Oh man, she'll fall over from the weight of the cupcake. But yep, a cupcake looks pretty darn cool. So those are the next two characters in this set. Okay, if we get two more figures out of this case here, well, it gives us two more main characters, which are, the puppet. Gotta love that guy. He looks pretty cool with the rosy cheeks and all the super cool black and white colors on him, as well as Balloon Boy, which looks great too because he's all red and blue. He's got that cool balloon in his hand. So yep, these are two great characters to add to our set as well. Then if we get out some more boxes from this case here, well, we find two of our toy figures. Now that's what I'm talking about. We get Toy Freddy and we get Toy Bonnie, and we can tell they're toys because they've got the rosy cheeks on the side. And yep, they look pretty darn cool. The only downside though is Toy Freddy has the same face as Golden Freddy. The bodies are different, but the heads are the same, but just painted differently. And of course we have one last box here, which contains our last common figure of good old Springtrap, which good old William Afton is inside. So yep, that's a pretty cool detailed looking figure with little wires sticking out of his body everywhere, and he looks all tattered and torn. Just love it, good old Springtrap. And all these figures right here are pretty common because if you look at the back of the box here, they are found in 1 in 12 cases. So yep, these guys should be found in every case. But if we look at the box here, we see that there are three other figures that are found in 1 in 36 boxes. Nice, and the first one here is, it's the animatronic skeleton of Freddy. But yep, this is one of the first rare figures that we find in this first set. And as you can see, he looks pretty cool, all animatronic-y. And he's got bolts all over his body, as well as the rib cage that sticks out. So it's pretty cool. And then we have our second figure, which is, nice, this is another rare figure. I think this is the rarest out of all of them, but this is the Crying Child. And he's all white with little streams of tears rolling down his cheek. So yep, that's a hard one to find as well. And then last but not least, we have the figure of, Toy Chica, which helps us round out our toy figures. So yep, we got Toy Bonnie, Freddy, and Chica now to complete our set. And the cool thing about this toy Chica here, what makes it so rare is if we turn on all the lights, well, this figure actually glows in the dark. So check this out. We'll put this black light on her, and when we pull it away, ba-bam, she is a glowing. Oh, gotta love it. Yeah, I just love these glow-in-the-dark figures, and this is the very first one that they made. And with that, we now have our 3 super rare figures that are found packaged, 1 per case. And once we put these in with the other characters right here, ba-bam, we now have all 14 of the Series 1 characters from the core set. Alright, so that looks pretty darn cool. And if you have all these figures, well, your set isn't complete just yet because, well, each store like Walmart here has their own set of exclusives that we find on the back of the box. Oh man, what? And this is something I didn't know about when I first unboxed the first set a couple years ago. But in order to make room for these 3 extra characters that they sold only at their stores, well, they had to pull some of these other figures out of the box. So if you went to Walmart, you wouldn't be able to find the figure of Chica here, or Toy Freddy, or Toy Bonnie. Ah, what a loss. But instead, we would find ourselves a version of another Toy Chica? Oh man, that's weird. But the cool thing about this Chica is she looks more girly-like. She's got those eyelashes and purple eye makeup, so yep, she looks more like a girl as opposed to this Chica right here, which is beakless. Oh, weird. And of course, yep, you could get either one of those if you picked up one of the cases from Walmart. Oh, weird. Not sure where they have 2 Chicas, but yep, they did. Alright, so their second exclusive figure to Walmart was the cool figure of Funtime Foxy. And he looks pretty darn cool too, with the pink all over his body and the rosy cheeks. Yep, making this one pretty darn cool. And then the last exclusive to Walmart was, the figure of Toy Freddy, but he's translucent looking. Oh, nice. So it looks like they just substituted this Toy Freddy from the regular case with this one, which is translucent. And of course he's translucent because if we turn out the lights and pull out our black light, ba-bam, even he glows too. So we have another second glow-in-the-dark figure for this Walmart set. Pulled away. Oh man, check that out. His whole body lights up, which is different from the Chica one, because I don't think her body lights up. Nope, it doesn't. Cool. So there are both the glow-in-the-dark figures side by side. Like I said, they look cool in the black light, and they look cool when you pull it away. Puppet-tastic. And of course, with that, we now have our 3 Walmart exclusive figures coming at you from this Series 1. And each one of these guys is pretty pricey, so if you want one for your very own, good luck, kids, because they're kind of rare. Now, in addition to Walmart getting their own exclusives, well, another store that got their own exclusives was Hot Topic. And they got 3 all-new figures of their very own, with the first one being, Shadow Bonnie. Now, this was a figure that you can only find at Hot Topic, and this was an awesome-looking figure. Good old Bonnie in his shadow form, which is a lot different from the regular Bonnie. So it looks like a different sculpt. It just doesn't have the guitar in his hands. But once we put both Bonnies together, boy, they look pretty darn cool. And of course, if you have the toy Bonnie, well, that gives us 3 Bonnies in this really cool set. Alright, so in addition to Shadow Bonnie, they also gave us Shadow Freddy. Oh, nice. And of course, that fits the theme of good old Hot Topic being a gothic store and all. So yep, we got to get the dark versions of these characters. And there's good old Shadow Freddy looking awesome. He's all black with white eyes. And yep, just an all-around cool character that is super rare to find, let me tell you. And then, of course, the very last figure we get at Hot Topic is another Chica. Oh, man. Okay, this may not be that exciting, but this is the non-glow-in-the-dark form of Chica. As you can see, we put these side by side. So, yep, this Chica right here is the core figure that is rare, and this right here is the Hot Topic figure that's rare. So, yep, not really as exciting as the Shadow Bonnie or Freddy, but cool nonetheless. And there are all 3 Hot Topic exclusive figures coming at ya. Alright kids, so once we put all these figures together, bam, we have all 20 figures coming at ya from this first set. And like I said, it took us a long time to get all these together because some of these are so darn rare. But yep, there they are, and there's your checklist for this first set. And I do plan on doing the rest of the sets. I just, need a couple figures that I haven't been able to find yet. But once I do, we will be doing them. So there they are, kids. Super cool Series 1 mystery minifigures of the Five Nights at Freddy's line. Nice!